So, Secretary Baker, thank you so much for this evening. It's been very special. And Mr. Rubenstein, thank you very much for everything that you've done for us. And as home to the signature segment of the Berlin Wall, we thank the Atlantic Council and VNG, who are constantly reminded of the world-changing effects of successful diplomatic efforts. And thank you very much, Ambassador Haber, for taking the time to join us tonight to express the sentiments from Germany. So at the National Museum of American Diplomacy, we celebrate and highlight the accomplishments of American diplomacy and the diplomats who work tirelessly to protect American citizens abroad, support and increase trade, work for stability in developing nations, and promote democratic practices around the world. And now, we are going to have a presentation by Deputy Assistant Secretary for Countermeasures in Diplomatic Security, John Fitzwilliam. Mr. Fitzwilliam is donating a very interesting artifact here to the museum.
Thank you. Good evening. It's hard to think of anything more appropriate to present to the New Diplomacy Museum than a slice of the first attempt at to construct a new embassy in Moscow. This is a column slice with a coaxial cable embedded in it, courtesy of the Russians. I'm not sure if that was a diplomacy success, that whole episode, but we started construction of that building in 1979. The Russians constructed most of the building elements off-site. We let them do that. We did have U.S. Navy Seabees that were closely watching them. And as a result, the Russians were never able to really connect it up. When we discovered that this network of listening devices in the building, we immediately stopped construction. The Soviet workers were kicked off site in 1985. And we embarked on probably the longest technical counterintelligence investigation that the Department of State has ever, well, the U.S. government for that matter, has ever conducted. In 1991, with the fall of the Soviet Union, the head of the KGB, Mr. Bakatin, actually presented plans of the embassy bugging to the U.S. ambassador upon the U.S. ambassador's request. Curiously, the plans weren't entirely complete, but in any event, the U.S. government decided to lop off the top stories of the building and construct a much more secure access area of the embassy, the upper floors, with cleared American labor this time instead of Russians, which was indeed a success. It opened in 2000. I do want to say one thing, that despite the fall of the Soviet Union, there was certainly at the time, there was a school of thought that the Russians are friends. This very building in 1999, the Russians implanted a listening device. So we in diplomatic security need to be ever vigilant. Last, I really would like to thank DS's partner in supply chain, General Dynamics Information Technology, who recognized the opportunity because they were the ones that did the slicing and the casting of this. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And thank you. This is the first time any of these artifacts have been displayed in public, and it's a testament to all the men and women that worked tirelessly throughout the years investigating this issue. And Secretary Baker, I suspect that this problem crossed your desk a time or two during your tenure. I'm sorry, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, John. So just a few of the artifacts that we will be having in the National Museum of American Diplomacy. I would like to hand this over to
I
you.
just want to say one thing. I never will forget going to Moscow at the time all this was happening. We built this wonderful new embassy there. Then we found out it was bugged every which way. But the reason we built the new embassy was because our old embassy was right across the street from a Russian church that had all these antenna and listening devices and stuff on it. And we used to refer to that church as Our Lady of Telemetry or the Church of the Immaculate Reception.
So you see why we need the National Museum of American Diplomacy. And we thank everyone here. John, thank you very much for your the add to our collection of 9,000 artifacts. That's our very first artifact that we're accepting as the National Museum of American Diplomacy. And we would like you to enjoy dessert upstairs with all of us and take a look at our new exhibit, Diplomacy is Our Mission, that we did in conjunction with Smithsonian Exhibits. And please, thank you very much. Have a wonderful evening, and thank you for joining us here today. And please come back and visit us as often as you'd like.